time, a baby would be the epitome of purity and innocence. Help us understand why anyone would want to rape and harm a baby.
Good evening, Vabakshni. As a social worker from Ilita Labantu, this question is kind of a psychological issue, which on a social work point of view, I would come up with an issue of a revenge, looking at the home circumstances and background of that person. And also, this person would be angry. This person would not have empathy towards any other human being. That is what I would like to actually label this kind of a person that would be. You know, we have a background of poor social economic circumstances within the townships that we're staying in. And this has emanated to various social ills that we see around ourselves. There's poverty that is also reaching in proportionate levels. And there is also unemployment that also plays part on the psyche of the people. We have a lot of anger that has emanated from our background as people, and emanating from our apartheid time, which in some instances there are some social things that we would like to see within ourselves as people, but unfortunately we just don't get that opportunity to do anything, to be able to do anything. Our potential as people is kind of limited in terms based on our educational levels as people. We are in a very sad situation. You know, the situation that has happened to people in Kimberley, Khalishiwe, it is such a sad and disgusting issue that one is unable to actually put a label to such a person to say this is finally it. It could be various issues that can
if I can just come in now,
yes.
In this instance, it's supposedly or reportedly the uncle that has raped this baby, and what we have is a situation where we have a denial in a lot of families that this can actually happen within one's own family. Are there any signs that we should be looking out for with our family members?
You know, there are signs that one could look at. A person who's angry attitude, you know, it's kind of reaching levels that one can make one be afraid of to talk to. We as families, we have a problem of not opening communication channels within ourselves. That is another thing where people cannot actually vent out or be able to talk how they feel. That is another, we need to create platforms, you know, as families for us to be able to talk about issues. And another thing, the drug abuse is also drug and alcohol abuse is also making a person not be able to be predictable in terms of behavior. You know, so this situation could have been maybe in unbelieving levels where the people of the family couldn't even think that they could not have left the child with their uncle.
In situations like this, what would you say can be done to prevent this? Because we have a lot of sectors, governments coming out, civil society, and they're all expressing outrage and shock at this. But that can only go so far. Everyone needs to do something to remedy the situation. What, in your opinion, should we be doing?
Yeah, quite rightly so. You know, what we are what we as social workers at Ilita Labantu are encountering, you know, people are so complacent about their situations. They don't even reach out when they see a problem. There is lack of non-cooperation by communities. There is nothing that the government, civil society formations can do without people themselves, people on the ground doing something about it. We have a lot of channels that we can channel whatever problems that we have as society within communities. But unfortunately, we're not making use of them, and we are not making ourselves heard out as people. With all the awareness campaigns and education that we are emitting as the organization of Ilita Labantu to the communities. But unfortunately, we are meeting with people that are so complacent, people that are not, are not vigilant about what is happening in their communities. We have street committees that also are dysfunctional in dealing with various matters that are going on in communities. There is a lot of education that still needs to go to be done within communities, and there is a lot of vigilance that needs to be pointing out to factors that are happening within communities. But we still have people that are not even reporting what is supposed to be going on, what is going on within their families and in their neighborhood. Those people, we need a lot of volunteers to be able to be ambassadors that are going out there and talk to people, about these issues.
Thank you very much for your time and your insight. Unfortunately, we will have to leave it there. That was senior social worker Siphokazi Bona from Ilita Labantu and Gugulethu talking to us about the spate of child rapes that's going on in the country.